What up, everybody? So, Lisa of Sabbath Seeker's channel, just demonstrated that people who have not been swabbed or jabbed are having metal objects stick to them as well. And, she's been sick for years, and, I've been on this journey regarding this mold poisoning, and every time I turn around lately, the Lord is really vindicating me and validating me that I know stuff that people just, and people just pat me on the head like I'm just some lost, misguided child or something, but if they would just listen to me, they would be benefited. Anyway, I have mentioned this on my channel before, but now I know it's going to become a big thing now, because, she has she has a lot of, I'm sure she probably has like thousands of subscribers. I don't know how many subscribers she has, but, so I know that this is going to blow up real quick, but I said this before on my channel, and I'm going to say it again. Everyone needs to be consuming zeolite to detox from metals, radiation, and even things like mold, okay? Because most people have all three of those, and probably more stuff in their body. Zeolite, what it does is, so let's just say that this represents the metal, or the radiation, or the mold. It grabs onto it, and it pulls it out of your body. Now, how it works is, from the research that I've done, so let's just say this represents mold, and this represents a metal. I do believe that zeolite has more of an affinity, meaning it's more fond of, it's more drawn or attracted to a metal than it is mold. So what will happen is what is called redistribution. So what that means is, so if the zeolite is walking along, you can't see what I'm doing. Okay. So if we got two things, and the zeolite comes along and it says, oh, here's mold, and it grabs onto the mold, and maybe the mold is in, I don't know, your lungs or whatever, and then it starts to move out of the body somehow, I don't know how the body functions completely, so just bear with me here. I'm putting it in layman's terms, but wherever it is in your body, and then it starts to kind of, move out of your body. Well, how does everything come out of your body? One way or another, it's going through your digestive system, because it has to come out as, poo or urine, and so it'll start dragging it. It'll kind of bind onto it, it'll grab onto it, and it'll move it. But then, along the path out of your body, it'll come across some metal. So what it'll do is it'll let go of the mold, and it'll grab on to the metal, and then it'll continue on moving out of your body. That is what is called redistribution. So what they say to do, depending on what you're trying to detox from, and then, this is going to be more relevant to the metal, is, they say that basically you cannot overdose on zeolite, because especially in our day and age, at the end of the age here, we're taking in all kinds of various pollutants and poisons and whatever. So you can't overdose on zeolite. There's no such thing as overdosing. Now, I mean, like, can you be detoxing so much that you end up getting some diarrhea? Yes, okay. But that's actually a good thing, okay, because it means that bad stuff's coming out of your body, okay. So for those that are trying to detox from metal, which is what's about to blow up here, zeolite is the perfect thing. Now, some people will argue or just tell you to use diatomaceous earth. Diatomaceous earth is this stuff that's in those little like silica packets or whatever, and what it does is it dehydrates. So that's what people use to get rid of like bed bugs and things like that. What it does, on a microscopic level, diatomaceous earth is very sharp and jagged, and so what it does with the insect's body is it punctures it, and it dehydrates the body of the insect. So, to me, common sense, you don't want to be putting diatomaceous earth in your body. And you have to be careful, because there's a lot of bad information out there, and so people will tell you to take diatomaceous earth. Do not take diatomaceous earth, unless you want your insides getting punctured and dehydrated and yada yada yada, okay? Don't do that. Zeolite is the way to go to detox from heavy metals, metals, period, that aren't supposed to be in your body. It also removes radiation from like x-rays and whatever else we get radiation from, but it also grabs onto mold and things like that that could be in your body just from inhaling mold spores and things like that, okay? However, like I said, from my research, it seems that it's more attracted to, it has a stronger attraction to the metal than it does the mold. So there you go. There's a couple different, I mean, there's many different ways you can get zeolite. Over this past several months, I've been trying to detox from mold, and so I've been incorporating a lot of different stuff all together and experimenting and this, that, and the other. And so my main thing was trying to get rid of mold, but in the process, I'm also getting rid of metals and radiation, which is why now, if I try to stick something to me, like I just try to do a quarter or a nickel or whatever, yeah, I think I found like one spot where it stuck a little bit, and I felt like a very slight pull, you know, but not so much, not compared to the average person probably, because I've been detoxing for months now. In order to really do it justice, so yes, you can get zeolite pills. I was special ordering zeolite pills from the UK. But like, taking pills is like just barely scratching the surface in terms of the amount that you need to take to really do anything, you know, to really put a dent in it, so to speak. So really what it is, what's best is just to get it in powder form, and then just mix it in with water. What I've been doing with it, and why I've been slacking off lately, because now it's getting hotter out, is I've been mixing it with broth. So I'll take like a bouillon cube, you know, I'll boil some water, I'll dissolve the bouillon cube, and then I'll scoop in a bunch of zeolite. I think I do about 6. So for like a normal like coffee mug or whatever, I put in about 6, I forget if it's teaspoons or half teaspoons, but I do like 6 scoops. And I just mix it in, and that seems to be about as much as I can take in terms of like swallowing it without it being too chalky or whatever. And so I'll use like beef bouillon, chicken bouillon. And while we're at it, they say that bone broth is healthy. I tried 2 different forms of bone broth. Well, I didn't try. I ordered the bone broth from that Umzu company. The smell of it was horrible, so I got a refund and I threw it out. And I bought some cheap stuff at Walmart, and I opened it up, and just the smell of that, and I think I did taste it, and just, I can't do bone broth, but they say it's very healthy for you, so if you can stomach it or whatever, go for it. But I just do regular chicken or beef broth. I just mix it in with that, you know, and it, yeah, sometimes it does make me have to, you know, use the toilet, you know, but it's good, you know, you're getting rid of bad stuff. So just thought I would make a quick video on this. Like I said, I know I've brushed on this on my channel before, but now I know this is going to be a lot more relevant, so I'll try to tag a bunch of like keywords to this video or whatever. But that's really what you want to be doing, because yeah, you know, all those chemtrails and all that kind of stuff, that's what they're spraying. They're spraying metals, and then you breathe it in because it's microscopic and yada yada. So yeah, I actually was, in the research that I've done, there was one article that I read by one doctor, and he was saying that to really do like a full detox, you would have to take it for a good like 10 or 11 years, because he was explaining how, you know, because of the like redistribution and just like how it's like just continually, you know, sucking it out of your body basically, is it's gonna target certain parts of your body first and yada yada, but like the last thing that it will draw the metals and all that kind of stuff out of is actually your bones. So you cannot you cannot overdose on zeolite, and they actually say that if you're having symptoms because of the redistribution, I forgot to explain that. So when things get redistributed, because let's say it was grabbing onto mold, and then it drops the mold off in a new place because it wants to grab onto metal, you can get some kind of symptoms from that. So what they say is that it's always better to take more. So if you start getting symptoms, they actually say to increase your dosage instead of decrease it, because that would take care of the redistribution, you know. So like, even if this, I don't know what you want to call it, this like little particle or whatever of zeolite may drop off the mold in this spot and grab onto some metal, the next zeolite part that comes right behind it will then pick up that mold, you know what I'm saying? So like, it's always better to take more. You can't overdose on it, and just everyone should be taking this. So I was buying from a company called ZeoBoost. It's a little small mom and pop shop guy out in Ohio. Good customer service. He's actually given me a few freebies and whatnot. However, he is a little pricey. Now, I just recently came across another product, and if I decide to continue on after I finish what I bought already, I'm probably going to buy that, or at least try it because it's cheaper. But you definitely got to shop around, and trying to think of what else is relevant for like metal. I mean, because that's going to be the topic that blows up right now, is how to detox from metal. But detoxing in general, I mean, there's just so many things that you, like, that I think everyone should be doing. You know, take zeolite, take chlorophyll. I order these like I special order chlorophyll pills because I'm not drinking that nasty stuff. I'm not tasting it. So I special order it from New Zealand, and it's a little pricey, you know, and whenever I order stuff, I try to avoid paying for shipping, and so I'll try to buy enough so that I qualify for the free shipping or whatever. And so when I ordered that stuff, I think I ordered like $200 worth of it or whatever, and they actually threw in like a free Manuka honey or whatever, and I'm rambling. But yeah, if you want to detox from metal, zeolite is the way you want to go. So I guess that's all I can say. I think that's everything. But yeah, if you're trying to detox from like mold or parasites or anything like that, I might as well throw this in here. You can take Mimosa pudica seed pills. And again, you got to shop around and find who's got the best price and everything. That takes care of like worms and things like that. But it also they call it the gut scraper, because what it does is it like kind of like gum. It like scrapes your insides and it grabs parasites. It grabs mold. It grabs worms, all that kind of stuff. Something to boost your immune system, NAC, and R-lipoic acid. I'm just kind of rambling, but if you have any questions, you can reach out via comments and email. But yeah, the Lord really has been taking me on a journey, and you know, it was prophesied over me years ago that I was going to be a healed healer, and you know, that just my purpose, my calling, my ministry, my path is for healing in general, and that includes the body, the soul, the spirit. And so that, yes, that includes deliverance and integration and all that kind of stuff, but it also includes just taking care of the body, you know. So the Lord really has been training me and equipping me and teaching me, and he still is, you know. So but yeah, if you want to detox from metals, zeolite, Zeolite, that's the way you want to go. All right, I bless you all in Jesus' name.